Hey, want to skip those ads and get early access and bonus episodes of all Banana for Scale shows? Hop on over to truestory.fm/join and discover all the cool perks that come with being a member of the Banana for Scale family. Coming up, we put happiness on a bagel. Greetings, Verse Jumpers. I'm not Lester Ryan Clark.
And I'm not Keenan Diaz.
We're another version of them from another universe, and this is another episode of Every Minute of Everything Everywhere All at Once, a show where we attempt to explain, evaluate, enlighten, and elucidate the Academy Award-winning film Everything Everywhere All at Once. Okay, so our minute begins with Jobu/Joy saying, "You're everywhere."
And it ends with her saying, "Yeah, I just fell on the couch."
Yeah, Waymond, don't worry, don't fuss.
Don't worry.
Go!
Go!
But let's get to the top of this minute. You'll remember they had just left the Pinataverse, and you'll also remember we, and by we I mean Keenan, brought us up to speed on the history of piñatas, and we found out that the name piñata might have originated in Italy, where it was a type of clay pot that you smash.
Piñata.
Piñata, right? Pignata.
Pignata.
Yeah, pignata.
Can I get some extra pignata on that pie?
I'm going to go see the great clown, Pagliacci. But a hot dog customer, I am a piñata. But no, the name originated in Italy, where it was a type of clay pot that you smash. How cool is that? But actual piñatas might have been even older, dating all the way back to China and used during New Year's celebrations. What a find. And it feels like one of those things that maybe even the Daniels didn't know about, and it's just like a random coincidence that we got, piñatas as one of the gag universes in this movie. I'm never going to get over that. How perfect that discovery was. That is better than finding that can of Daniel's soup in the Wong's kitchen.
I have a feeling if they knew about that, they would make it explicit in here because
there'd be more of a wink.
Right.
I think
Jobu would be explaining that, or Deirdre.
Right. Yeah. Did you know, Mrs. Wang, that piñatas, pinatas, she would say pinatas. But yeah, you'll also remember that they were smacked out of that universe by a little kid in a dinosaur onesie. And now this minute begins with Evelyn back in the Wong family home, still coughing up and waving away those little piñata paper bits. And then off screen, we hear Jobu. She's here too. She says, "You're everywhere." And as soon as Evelyn hears, she gets back into a fighting pose. We cut to Jobu, who is not in a fighting pose, but casually just kind of like circling her. She gives a little chuckle and then lazily points to herself and says, "You're like me."
Jobu has given her the impression that they are in a fight, I suppose, because they have gone to the wuxia fighter universe, and she's pulled out a freaking sword made of Oscars, amongst other things.
And several shovels. Like
what a
different ones.
movie. Boo, boo. Lester on that date from a couple minutes ago telling the girl, right, there's 2 shovels in there. And she's like, stop.
Well, the Daniels couldn't possibly have known that piñatas were actually clay pots.
And she's like, I just want to go. We've been watching this movie for 10 hours. I just want to go home.
Because I have to stop it and I have to explain. Yeah.
Yeah, so they've been, it's really interesting here. So Joy has taken her into these fighting motifs, right? So it's that, and then the prison guard versus prisoner who has escaped from her cell, clearly, and then the piñata world where they're getting hit. So now when they're in the quote-unquote normal world, and Evelyn is like putting up her dukes, Joy can also have fun of like, what are you talking? What? We're not fighting. What are you doing here?
Yeah,
right? Like, look how silly you are. But she kind of put her on that track, I suppose.
I love that. Yeah. And even when they did, like Evelyn kind of like accidentally slipped them into the crayon universe,
right?
And they turned that into a fighting universe.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But now she could be like, you're so silly. We're just talking.
Who's fighting? What? I'm not fighting. You're fighting.
Right.
Yeah. But I do want to talk about this thing she says. She says, "You're like me," right? This is the "we're not so different, you and I," right? Moment in this movie. In fact, it's been going on since the last minute, ever since they stepped through the employees only door and into that wuxia forest. I guess this whole thing, her whole monologue, is actually 2 tropes, because that minute was also the villain explaining how the world is. right? That trope. These tropes often go together, but I want to count them still as two separate tropes because I'm sure there have been instances where you only have one without the other. Though I can't think of any. I think you can do this is how the world works without the we're not so different, you and I, but I don't think you can do it the other way around. I don't think you can have the villain be like, hey, look at us, we're actually the same. Because the rest of that speech is how the world doesn't understand them. It's them against the world, and the world doesn't like people like them. And why can't they see that and come join me, you know?
That's interesting. I'm thinking of the secret villain of the Watchmen comic book, and that's about 3/4 of the way in, and they are just describing what's really been happening. You know, like, oh, you thought this was happening, but no, I've been in control of all of this, and blah, 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 blah. And that's not quite we're not so different. It's actually, we are very different. You were very stupid. And I've been in control of this the whole time. And, the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe you're right. Maybe you can't do the other one, though.
Yeah. I think I have seen, like, what you're talking about, like, what is it? Syndrome in The Incredibles, right? He's talking about, like, the problem with, and if everybody's super, nobody is, and talking about, it's like, now you respect me because I'm a threat, right? So he's explaining, it's like, this is how the flawed, broken world works, but we are different. I've outgrown you, is what he says, right?
Right, yeah, we are different.
Yeah.
We are different, you and I.
We are so different, you and I.
We're so different.
But, yeah, and I think these two tropes are part of a larger... A while back, I tried to map out the villain's journey, similar to how Campbell does his hero's journey, right? And this was one of the milestones that I kept on coming up against. This meeting of the minds between hero and villain, and the villain's motivation in doing this, right? Because, like, in all of these stories, it's like, why is he stopping and monologuing, right? Or she, and like it even says it in the in The Incredibles. It's like, you caught me monologuing, right? And I think the motivation.
Well, that's very funny. Sorry, because the in the Watchmen example that I have you read Watchmen?
I haven't. Everyone's telling me to. It's one of the.
Gosh.
You can spoil it for me.
No. I'll try to do it without that. So right. So it's hey, this is what's really been going on. You're all very stupid, etc. And the heroes are like, okay, well, now we're here to stop you. And then the villain is like, oh, that's impossible. Like, you cannot stop me. And I only, like, did you think I would just monologue to you so that you could stop me? Like, of course I didn't. I started telling you all this because you cannot stop me because it's impossible. Because I'm not stupid like you all are.
I like that. Yeah. And yeah, so I think for it to work, the villain has to have a motivation behind the monologuing, right?
Right.
Beyond, like Saturday morning Skeletor being like, I'm going to explain the premise of this episode,
Oh, I think you would like this Watchmen.
Okay.
You know what, Lester? I'm gonna get you a copy. I'm gonna do that right now while you're monologuing about whatever.
Hang on, Keenan. I have 2 copies.
Well, I'm gonna get you a third. No, okay, good.
The universe just keeps on giving me copies.
Saves
Just like,
me
reader.
$18.
No, Ian gave me a copy and somebody else gave me a copy.
I bet he did. Yes.
So this is my this is my copy of Fallen. Just
yeah, exactly.
Just sitting on the shelf.
The Denzel Washington DVD that my friend Reggie lent me, and I have never given back to him.
Yeah, and you told Reggie, you see, I don't return borrowed things because the world is like this.
I literally said, please do not lend me that, because I will never watch it.
I told you, and you knew, and you trusted me. The world is too trusting.
That's right. Don't you see, Reggie? We're not so different, you and I.
Yeah. But no, I think that's the important thing is the motivation behind that, right? And I think that can change from story to story, whether the villain sees the hero as a younger version of themselves and is generously and genuinely trying to, like, guide them, like no, Obi-Wan was wrong, the dark side is stronger, let me help you, right? Or it could be a cry for help, like it could seem like the villain is reaching out like, oh, please join me, but the underlying message is, please stop me or please save me. Like, you can do it, you're the only one who can do it because you're like me. And in that one, it's like the villain is a failed hero who is obsessed with the actual hero because somehow they did it. They figured it out, right? They are the hero. And how could that be, right? Where did the villain go wrong? They did everything right and they failed, and their conclusion is that, the game is unwinnable. The world is broken. Nobody can win. And then, along comes the real hero who starts out, just the same, plays the same game and succeeds and becomes the hero. And that, I think, becomes a point of obsession for the villain. Like, how did you, who are you? And I was so delighted when we saw that in our other show when we were reading Paradise Regained, right? That's the sequel to John Milton's Paradise Lost, right? And it's Jesus and Satan in the desert, right? It's the famous Bible story, but like Milton expands on it, right? These two characters have been talking for the past 40 days, and Satan is trying to get Jesus to understand the world as he views it, right? And he's the prince of this world, right? And how corrupt it is, and how undeserving of Jesus it is, and Jesus is always very simple and direct in his answers. He doesn't change. And in the end, Satan explodes. He's like, why are you like this? And you can see or hear the unspoken question being, and why am I not like this? Right? Because he says to Jesus, hey, I'm a son of God too, right? Or at least I was. Because remember, angels were referred to as sons of God, right? And he's like, so what makes you so special? But he's like, not in a sarcastic way. He really wants to know, what is it about Jesus that draws him, Satan, to him? But yeah, I think we see the beginning of that here with Jobu comparing herself to her mother. It could be an invitation. It could also be a cry for help. Like you see me, you're like me. Maybe you can save me. Maybe you can join me, or maybe you can save me. What do you think?
I think that as you were talking, I don't think that we've quite put this into these words, but one of the brilliance of this film is that we have the villain being the daughter, but she is so much wiser and has spent so much more time. She's effectively older, right?
Yeah,
because
okay.
she's lived all of these lives. So yeah, we've talked about
because it's Darth Vader, the father, talking to
and the villain and the mentor figures, so Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi, usually being having been young Jedis before and providing mentorship or dark mentorship in either direction, right? And so, yeah, we have that in Jobu, who's lived thousands and infinite lives, millions and millions of lives, right? So she has this wisdom that Evelyn doesn't have, but she's the avatar of youth, and the mother's the avatar of wisdom, but they don't actually have that, right? Yeah. And so she's able to say, like, I have seen everything, everywhere, all at once. Oh, hey, that's the name of the movie.
That movie where the mother, she cooks that bad food, pooey.
Exactly. But so she's done all that, but she hasn't figured out the world yet, right? Like, she's doing a lot of pretending here that she has figured out the universe. So in a couple of minutes when we get to the temple, she'll sort of reveal that she hasn't really solved it. She hasn't really figured it out.
Oh, I like that. I like that angle. Yeah. This movie is kind of like taking all of those tropes and turning them on their head. Yeah. But yeah, whichever way it is, Evelyn isn't seeing it that way right now. It's very one-sided still. And she says, "That's right. I'm the one you're looking for. I'm the one who's going to defeat you." And it's said in this very aggressive, almost like movie style way. Like they're still in a wuxia film,
Right.
And Jobu, and she's still got her hands up in the fighting stance.
Can I say this? So you speak, much more Chinese than I do, because I speak zero.
Okay. Well, yeah, I could say it's definitely more than zero. Yes,
I could say "kung fat choy," and that's about it. But from what I understand from my friends who have helped me look at this, like oftentimes in wuxia movies, when they're translated into English, for the subtitles, they do all sorts of crazy things to imply like status in a way that they don't do the same way over there. So like they often will have. Ian was telling me this. I also verified with some other people who are more fluent. But like when you have like the king and the queens and noble people in wuxia films, they often will speak more elevated in the subtitles, but that's not exactly how they'll do it in Chinese. If I understand right, they actually speak lower to the peasants, right, or to the normal people, and so they're less formal. But like we just are used to them being like sort of speaking, regressing back into like 1800s English to be like more sophisticated.
These and thous,
these and shalls, right? I shall destroy you,
right.
Instead of I'm killing you,
right? Like, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass,
kick your fucking ass, you fucking peasant.
This king and this like they're from Boston. They're like, I'm gonna take you over a barrel, rearrange your face.
That's right.
You fucking peasant.
Exactly. So yeah, but yeah, I like that. So there is sort of this villain talk that went. Once you put that all down on paper, your villain's journey, which you've talked about a couple times in our various shows, but that's really great. Yeah, you could talk about that. Their heightened language as well.
Yeah. Right. And where that's coming from, is that an affectation, or is that like a mistranslation, or what?
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. And to this, Jobu kind of laughs, and she's like, okay. And we cut to her, and it's this tired, like, oh, God, how can I make you understand this? Like, type of face and tone. And she says, hit me. And we cut back to Evelyn, and we see that she's a little puzzled, a little wary. Is this more tricks? Cut back to Jobu, just standing there, arms aren't even up, and she says, "Punch my face." And I love the, like, it's not like, give me your best shot, hit me in the face, punch me in the face. It just punch my face.
Yeah,
right?
You talked about this lazy movement that she does when she's like, "You're like me," and she kind of flicks her finger back, like her arm is heavy. I like that. So again, that's not in the script. I think a lot of people who are studying like what actors do, whether you want to be an actor or trying to be a critic who understands what actors can do, I think comparing what is called for in Jobu in the script and seeing what Stephanie Hsu here does is really interesting. Like throughout the entire film, as you talked about, her adding singing and her weird turns of phrases that there's no hint of that in the script whatsoever, right?
Right.
But like, I think one of the reasons you might be doing this sort of lazy flip is to make it not look like an aggressive like action of like putting up my dukes. Like, I don't want you to misconstrue what I'm doing here as some kind of anything but me being being wacky, right? So rather than something that could be like, oh, I'm putting my arm out or I'm putting my hands up to defend myself, right? It's clearly just like I'm just a little baby.
Yeah, I'm just a little baby.
Just a little baby.
And that, oh my gosh, actually no, now that we're talking about it, that can be seen kind of like as an extension of that whole monologue. It's this, is it her being, a Harley Quinn, being a cutesy or wacky, Joker, Kafka, silly character,
right?
Who is, like we talked about it, like the evil Tom Bombadil, who's like above it all and finds everything hilarious, and what's his name, Peter Stormare's Satan in Constantine, right? Who's just like chuckling at everything. Or is this an affectation to shield the real Jobu, who is joy, who is Jobu, who is joy, who is it's turtles all the way down,
right?
And kind of like a so is it like boasting or amusement, or also a cry for help? Just all of the, everything, all the costumes, all the, the loudness and the being out there and the silliness and everything, right?
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, she says, "Punch my face," and Mom is puzzled. But after a moment of hesitation, Mom draws back, even makes a noise. She's like, "Ee!" Like a person. And again, folks, this is Michelle Yeoh. But she does it like a person who has never thrown a punch in their life before, right? Just like all telegraphing, like she's psyching herself up as she's doing it, right?
Right.
Cut to Jobu, who's
at this point she has punched people.
I was thinking she's punched Deirdre, right?
Right. And she's punched, the Lee brothers.
Oh, right. Yeah. Several times, yes.
Right. So this must be, I'm guessing, because this villain has the face of her daughter, right? That she's having actual trouble doing this. Has
the face of her daughter, or it like has proven herself like unbeatable before, and so it's like, okay, here I go.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I still see Mom looking at Jobu like she's not her daughter.
Okay.
It's still like, get out of my daughter. You're the reason she's gay. I'm going to defeat you. Like all of these words, all of this like aggressive, like all I have to do is kill you, and then my joy will be okay.
I think it also helps though that we're in their house, right? Like of all the places we could be, like we stop here, and
right.
So now I guess we should think that Jobu put them here, right?
I imagine
in this current, quote unquote current universe, and she's put her there in their living room, where there are fond memories and there's pictures everywhere of the family being together, and it can be kind of like this olive branch of like, no, really, like we're not at this point, we're really not fighting, and that might be impeding Evelyn, because now as much as you want to see this, when it's the Crayon universe, it's like I'm gonna fucking cut you open with an axe, right? But this is a little bit different. This is like, this looks so much like her, and she is exactly where I raised her, for 20-something years, in this house.
Okay, yeah. So this could be, I mean, again, yeah, like if we assume this is Jobu's choice, putting them back in. I mean, whether or not it's our universe, emotionally, it feels like our universe, right?
Yes.
Like we're back where we started.
Right.
And yeah, that could be a tactic, and almost like, let me see what Mom does. Let me see how comfortable Mom is punching her own daughter, in the face or whatever. Right. Yeah. But yeah, she reels back. She's like, "Eek!" And then we cut to Jobu, who's even more relaxed, hands at her sides, looking at Mom with this bored expression. And then the punch connects. But as soon as it does, the frame appears to freeze and lights begin flashing, similar to how we've seen, right? We've already, been like flipping through different universes, right? And the lights have been flashing like that. Now we see lights play out on both their faces. Again, I love how easy this special effect is. Easier even than the quick cuts we're going to see in a second. But it adds to them. It lengthens that sequence without actually lengthening it. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, and it is, there's that strobing effect. I don't know what it is. I haven't looked into that kind of psychology, but why, at the club or something when you got the strobing effect, or at a haunted house, why it seems to lengthen time out when really you're seeing less visual information is all it is. So you're just dropping parts of time.
You're dropping frames. Yeah,
you're dropping frames. Yeah, but it's making it feel longer.
Yeah, like you're seeing everything in slow motion, but actually it's. Yeah, you're getting less.
You're getting less information.
I'm
right?
literally repeating what you just said. Why am I doing that?
To make it feel longer.
Yeah, right. Can't be redundant. That's on our other show.
We're redundant on our other show.
The Devil's Details.
We're redundant over there.
Yeah, we say the same thing multiple times.
The dictionary definition of redundant.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, I love it. No, it really is a really cheap special effect, and then we start doing a lot of that later on when we're doing lighting on Michelle Yeoh, as we talked about. But yeah, but just this one is just so simple. It's just turning certain lights on and off, and it's great. I have a question about this though.
Yeah.
When we are in when we're in this shot, and it's the shot of Jobu as she's getting punched, like, how would you describe, what Stephanie Hsu is doing? Is she putting on a face? Is she truly neutral, or what do you think?
Okay, until you had just brought up everything about like the reason and the motivation for bringing them back into the Wong family home, I was going to say neutral.
Right.
I was tempted to say looking at mom with maybe a little bit of disappointment, like, oh, you're still not getting it. Like, you're still not getting it. You're playing the aggression card, and now it's like, oh, like I brought you all the way back here, and you're willing to punch your daughter in the face. Like you're so off the beaten path. It makes me sad.
Yes, I think so. And of course, like the beginning of the shot is one piece of footage, and then when we actually have the contact, there's a hidden cut there that's hidden by the strobing. So it is two performances by Stephanie Hsu, but I do like it. Like it looks like neutral-ish of like it sucks that we have to do this, but then there's just slight changes, and then also it's helped by the fact that Michelle Yeoh's fist is making indentation in her face that makes it look like sad baby, disappointed at mother.
Right.
Yeah. Stephanie Hsu has around her face, she's got big cheeks, and then this looks even more like a baby, baby being disappointed and
very emotive. Yeah.
Right.
So it's at all at once. Hey, if we were redundant, we would say that's part of the title of
our movie.
Yes, and our show, Every Minute of Everything Everywhere All at Once. No. But no, it really is. She can be the older, wiser person and the younger child.
Right.
At the same time, she can be she's tempting and testing Evelyn in this moment, and Evelyn has failed in a way that it's like even the devil with Jesus. It's like, oh, I didn't think you'd pick that. Oh, geez.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. And then there is the shot of the reverse side with Evelyn, and you do get the idea, because the only lighting is kind of from above and it kind of diminishes her. You do get the idea, even though Michelle Yeoh isn't doing much, that Evelyn knows she's made a mistake of some kind and doing this. So like it's an incredibly brief shot here. It's less than a second, but yeah, you just get the idea of like, that was not right. Like I should not have done this.
That was the wrong in the infinite choices. That was the wrong one. Yeah,
right, and not necessarily that's going to cause a treasure chest monster is going to eat me or something. It's like that was the wrong thing. Like that's not the moral choice to have done.
Right.
This.
That was like I'm drifting towards being a bad person.
Right. Yeah. Punching your daughter in the face
is objectively bad, folks. Let's just say that. Let's just throw caution to the wind,
right?
And say in all universes that is a bad thing.
Let's go on the record here.
What could possibly in the future make us look bad by saying that?
I don't know. So we are officially saying on behalf of Lester and Keenan,
on behalf of all humanity,
on TrueStory.fm, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Punching your daughter in the face is bad.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Good.
Now we know.
Before we go on to this next part, though,
yes,
I want to point out that in the Jackie Chan script, this is very similar dialogue, but it lays out in an entirely different way.
Oh, okay.
Jackie has his breakdown. He sees himself as the taper pigs. I said I wouldn't bring them up again, but that's just where we are in the piece. The taper pigs are asking Daddy Taper Jackie to fleck the watermelon, and it puts him over the edge. His breakdown of the different iterations. We've had our split screen. His starts with a split screen, but it's not based on any kind of decision that he's making. So the Daniels have kind of refined what they've done here and like made it based on a decision like True Quantum Suicide. Jackie just starts a split, and he splits into 4, and then 16, and then whatever 4 times 16 is, and like
24? No, 20.
No, 4 times 16 is not 20 or 24. I will go out on a limb officially on behalf of us, Banana for Scale, True Story.fm, and Apple and Spotify. But no, anyway, so it's some infinite number of Jackies, and then he wakes up and he's in the RV, which is very different. And then, that's very different there. And then eventually, yada, 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 he goes through a couple of different universes. It says part 2 everywhere. And he wakes up in the car and he starts driving. He has hot dog hands. This is the first time he has hot dog hands is at part 2 everywhere, right? And he drives with his feet. So we do have an answer to that question. That's how they drive around there. And he goes to a chapel. He doesn't know why. And everyone is saying, oh, hello, hello. You're so glad you're here. So glad you're here. And it is the day of his daughter's wedding.
Love that.
Yeah, they don't quite say. And
the day of the daughter's wedding.
So glad to be here on the day of your daughter's wedding.
On the day of your daughter's
wedding. No, so he doesn't quite say
folks,
it like that.
Sorry. That is the actor who did that messed up on the day. He said the day of your daughter's wedding twice.
Here on the day of your daughter's wedding. I'm so glad that you have brought me here on the day of your daughter's wedding. Right, Coppola was like, oh, that's perfect. Yeah,
and they kept it.
Yeah.
Because he's meeting the Godfather and he's so nervous, but the actor was actually nervous. Anyway.
to work with Brando.
To work with Brando, yeah.
Right.
Who is the Godfather.
But in many ways, Michael is the Godfather.
Turns
out.
Yes.
In this movie. The Godfather.
Yes.
Okay,
Francis Ford Coppola.
Stop it. Okay. So Jackie shows up, and it is Joy and Becky's wedding day. So it's in the hot dog universe, because in the regular universe, Joy and Becky have eloped. And not even told Winona and Jackie. So in this universe, he has hot dogs for hands. That sucks. But he gets to be there for his daughter's wedding.
Right. Because in the hot dog universe, they can't elope.
That's the taper
No, wait, that's the taper. You were a little bit faster than me.
So we have much the same dialogue, but this happens when Jackie is like, oh my God, I'm here. I'm at the wedding that I missed. And he starts to freak out. And so Joy takes him aside and takes him to a restroom at the ballroom, at the chapel rather, and says to him, it happened to you, didn't it? Jackie, what did you do to me? Joy, you're everywhere, aren't you? Jackie, I don't know. What's that mean? And then it says Joy, and it has a parenthetical, sweet. Dad, you're like me. And it does kind of have, like, throughout the entirety of it, because they're at their wedding, it doesn't have any of the kind of malice that we have here, or like, I'm fucking with you, or why don't you catch up? It really is incredibly nice. It really is incredibly like you, I'm welcoming you into my world. Now that you have come to part 2 everywhere, like, we can really be pals now.
I wish we could have both, because that's
right.
That's so sweet. It's like she's genuinely excited. It's like, oh, you're like me. Oh,
right. So the equivalent, once we get into the temple, which is where we're going in our finished movie in a couple minutes, I'll come back to more of this dialogue because it is very, very similar, but just has that little bit of a twist to it that makes it very, very different. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Let's keep an eye out for that. I said it before. I'll say it again. On the day of your daughter's wedding. No. Said it before. I'll say it again. This is the movie to do a minutes by minute thing.
Right.
Like, and especially we got 2 different scripts. We got a final script, and we got like this past script with Jackie Chan, like talking about different universes. This is perfect.
It's like time travel and space travel.
No, it's not time travel. It's space travel. Sorry.
All right, you ready to continue?
Yeah.
You had your little moment.
Yeah. Okay. But we, yeah, she draws back. She punches. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we got the lights playing. And I do want to talk about like because we were talking before about like the lights playing over their faces as being cheap, right? I want to make it clear. I think this is brilliant. This is a very clever way of economizing the special effects, right? I'm not saying it's like, oh, it's cheap and they could have done more. No, I think this is a really good way to kind of like zhuzh it and hide it a little bit, but like it's the best way to do it, I think.
Yeah, cheap in a good way.
Yeah, and then we get to a wide shot. They're still frozen in that punch, but now we can see both of them and more of this room all in one shot. Again, I love how just lived in this space is. And Keenan, I think we are looking at the mirror. Do you see it?
Yes, I think I don't know when I first become aware of it. I think it might be in some subsequent shots when we stop seeing the people as much, and like it is a shot of the mirror, but we think it's a shot of the people first.
Right, folks. Evelyn and Jobu are standing on opposite sides of, they're framing the mirror from the very beginning of our movie. This is the mirror we saw them all in, smiling and singing Barbie Girl in the very first shot of our movie. This is that desk and those cubby holes and that mirror. And just like in the other shot at the beginning of our movie, the one where Evelyn is sitting at the table with all the receipts, we can see that the background of this corner of the house is also a battle between squares and circles.
Right.
Boxes and bagels, picture frames and googly eyes. No googly eyes here, but you know what I mean.
There's picture frames where the picture frame is square, but the pictures inside of it are like circled vignettes and all sorts of crazy stuff like that.
I was going to say, we even have circles within squares, right? We have, like a couple of framed pictures with circular photos. Even the curtains have little squares on them.
Aha, no dicks here.
Yeah, no. Wait, what?
Like at the hot dog universe we were talking about, all the curtains and are little dicks.
No, we said they were all little hot dogs. Are you misremembering that? Or is that what you were thinking when we were recording?
Well, excuse me for thinking the hot dog fingers are some kind of metaphor for penises.
No, and the xenomorph's head is just a weird alien head.
Well, how do you describe the little xenomorph that comes out of the little alien head?
Well, it's like a dick that comes out of a dick.
Oh.
Yes. No, there are no dicks here. But no, you're absolutely right. Like all of the hot dog stuff is dicks.
Thank you.
Okay. The curtains got like this plaid pattern on them, and there appears to be a board game in the bottom right corner of the shelf that just says happiness. Now, this is a real board game, and I just happen to have an explanation of it here. This is from BoardGameGeek.com.
Oh, I'm glad you found that. I didn't see that. That's very cool.
I was like, there's no like I might be going on a wild goose chase here, right? A wild raccoon chase, a wild dick chase. Like how deep does this go? But I was like, okay, let me look at the rules for this thing, right?
Excellent, thank you.
And this is what it says, or this is what BoardGameGeek.com says. The board is made up of various paths, and each one earns you a specific key if/when you finish it. These keys get placed in your ladder of success in any order, and if you're the first player to fill the ladder, you win. So thematically, it's neat. But what I most remember about it, this is like a critic on Board Game Geek. But what I most remember about it are the various no dice movement systems. All players start with their pieces clicked into a spinner in the middle of the board, which, when spun, randomly puts each player in front of one of the 6 paths. On your turn, you can get off and attempt that path or spin again, possibly rearranging you and everyone else. There's a little bit more. Each path has its own movement system. A few of them are flip-a-tiles, with each tile set having movement from 1 to 5 on them. Health has a bicycle theme. Bicycle. With one wheel being the tiles of the other wheel. With one wheel being the tiles and the other wheel being the discard pile. Self-improvement tiles were books in a bookcase. The love path has an arrow through the heart spinner, with the arrow pointing to your movement, 1 to 4. 2 other paths also have themed spinners, but the coolest of them was the friendship path. The hand of friendship is a seesaw hand with a little marble in the wrist. And when you seesaw it, the marble pachinkos into one of the 5 fingers, each having different movement, number 1 to 5. When you finish a path, and they have text on some of the squares, start over, get a hang up, move forward, you click back into the spinner and hope to land on your next, on the next path you need. Okay. So without actually like seeing how this game is played, with just just reading that, it seems pretty thematic to this movie, don't you think?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. So you're making your own little choices. There's some randomness to it, but it's based on all these different paths that you go down. That's really interesting.
And you're trying to move quote unquote ahead, but it seems like ahead doesn't really matter because like you're just going back into the little spinner thing. Yeah,
and the board game geek says each one earns you a specific key if/when you finish it. So you might not even finish these little paths and stuff.
Okay.
So you might go down, if I'm understanding it right, you might go down the love path or the self-improvement path, but you might not finish that, and still the game goes on. Like you don't have to.
You jump to another path, yeah.
So it's not a game, it sounds like, of you have to do the health one and the self-improvement one and the love one, and that, you finish all these little paths and that makes you win or something.
Like they're all little side quests and you gotta... Yeah.
Right, yeah. That sounds interesting.
Yeah. All right, well, there you go, folks. I think it's Milton Bradley. We should just check right now.
I see Milton Bradley on the
okay, well, there we
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had trouble. I didn't even Google this properly, so I just Googled and then I didn't come up with anything.
You just Googled happiness, and it was a bunch of dicks.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, we were talking about dicks.
That was 10 minutes ago.
No, so I had trouble Googling it because it got me instead to a happiness, what's it called? The Mansion of Happiness, which is a board game that is teaching you Christian ethics, and you are trying to get to the Mansion of Happiness at the end. So I was like, that looks like an entirely different thing.
I remember, like, in my brief Google search, like what is this mansion? No, that's not what I want.
Yeah, so I was
my father's house has many rooms.
That's right. Yeah, so now I'm glad you found that. I had trouble even doing that search. So that's cool. It's a real game, yeah. So now, I figured out what I have to do is type happiness board game, and that gets me there. But yeah, so you can see a picture of the cover, and it's like from the 1970s. So that tracks with like, they're buying secondhand games for joy and everything, of course, because they're working cheaply.
That could be like Gong Gong's game, like that they used to play or something.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, the catchphrase on the front of it says, an easy playing family game.
An easy playing family game.
Yeah. So it's like all ages, and you play with your parents, and everything's fine. Everything's fine. I love that. Okay. Well, no, that's a good find, I think. Yeah. But yeah, speaking of paths, let's go through these quick cuts through the multiverse as Evelyn punches Jobu. Starts with the punch. Then it's Evelyn pulling Jobu's hair. I don't think it is, actually.
Oh?
I think that Evelyn is braiding Jobu's hair.
Okay, that would explain why she looks so casual about
it. Yeah, in the initial, when you just watch it as the montage, because it's a fight, the next thing looks like it's part of the fight. But I think it's not. They're not all fighting. But of course, when it's moving very, very quickly, it all looks like fighting. But I think it's actually not. I think it's trickier than that.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, because neither of them. There is a hair pulling one like a little later.
Right. I think to sort of, to kind of ruin the surprise of this, I think it's supposed to look like a fight, but when you go shot by shot through it, these are like all the different things that you can do with your daughter.
Right.
And some of that is fighting, but some of it is braiding your hair, and maybe the daughter, hates it because it pulls on her hair, etc. Or she's bored by it, or the mother is like, I need to fix your hair. I think especially little gay girls often have this trouble, like I need to make you look more feminine, or control your body in this way. And a lot of like queer little girls don't like that.
Yeah,
I'm sure straight little girls don't as well. But I think this is Joy's version of this.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so we have that one, and then it does get like a little bit aggressive because it's them strangling each other.
Right. Like I don't have another interpretation of that. No, that is them.
I think they're patting each other's shoulders and screaming into their respective faces
about how much they love each other.
Yes,
I respect you. I respect you so much.
Then it's Jobu giving Evelyn the Heimlich, or doing like a wrestling move or something like that.
I think it's the Heimlich. Yeah. Evelyn is kind of choking when you finally see her face at the height of the Heimlich. It's like Evelyn is like has a piece of food in her mouth.
Yeah. Right. This frame also happens to be the most well lit, folks. If you want to like look at all the stuff in the room, I was wrong. There are googly eyes here. They're on the little box on the desk.
Right, little tissue box. Yeah.
We also got a drawing of a pink heart with a blue circle around it.
Yeah, that's a little bunny crayon drawing.
And then next cut is a shot of them. Yeah, now this is the one they're pulling each other's hair.
Yeah, that I don't think you can
explain away.
Explain away. Right.
And they're screaming. Yeah.
And they're screaming. Yeah. Yeah.
Then they're playing patty cake or some other clapping game.
Right.
And smiling at each other.
Right.
And then they're, I don't know, it looks like they're doing like walk like an Egyptian.
I couldn't figure this one out. It's a dance, though, right?
It looks like a dance, or they're doing this like, it's like this effeminate, like limp wrist, like hand pose.
Okay.
And their fingers are almost touching, or it's like God and Adam in the in the Birth of Adam painting.
I like that. Yes.
Right.
I wonder if it's the dance, whatever that dance is they're doing in Pulp Fiction, where they have their hands kind of in that limp wristed thing.
Oh, okay.
But that becomes the Batman, thing.
Yes.
I wonder if that's what they're doing. Maybe it's like a little Easter egg about dancing, Pulp Fiction dance. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, no. Okay, because this one stays for a couple more frames. You back out of it, and Joy's got both hands, like she's Thriller.
Maybe they're Thriller, yeah.
They're doing Thriller. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. But it looks like it's a choreographed thing, like they're trying to do something.
Right, exactly.
Right. And then they are playing chess. You only see the chessboard like at the very last minute when they pull out.
Right, but Joy is playing black and Evelyn's playing white.
Okay.
Of course.
And yeah, Evelyn has her arms like folded up and her hand over her mouth like she's going, like she's thinking her next move. And then they're having a pillow fight. Blue and pink pillows or no? I can't see.
I think Joy's is certainly blue.
Okay.
I can't quite tell with Evelyn's, yeah.
Yeah, it's blurry. And then they're both scared / laughing. Like it's like the Daniels were like scream like you're on a roller coaster or something like that.
Yeah. So again, if you take my thesis that this is all like things you would do with your mother or like little memories you would have with your mother. I mean, I guess they probably don't literally strangle each other and literally pull each other's hair. So it's like
it could be like play fighting. It's like you know.
Yeah, I think this one is play scared. Like we're not really scared. We're playing scared.
Right, because there's like a smile. Like both of them have like the hint of a smile.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. And then they are actually on a bicycle built for two. And Joy's in the lead. She's in the front. And then they are on the ground on all fours with their heads touching, like dogs about to fight or kiss or something.
Right.
And then we are back to the punching pose. Only now Evelyn's other hand has also come up and punched her own face. Also, the carpet is a circle. I just noticed.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, and there's cookies and circular foods on the coffee table.
Hey, you're right.
Yeah.
I have multiple like cookie bowls and candy bowls.
Yeah, it looks like it, but like not like Waymond's cookies. It's like chocolate chip or M&M cookies or something. Yeah. Yeah, and they both kind of like reel back, and we get a close-up of Evelyn holding her nose, and then Jobu / Joy also holding her nose and sounding really hurt. She's like, oh, ow, and she stumbles over the couch, sounding like she's about to cry. Cut to Evelyn, who sort of like snaps out of it, and then looks at Jobu with this face like, oh, come on, right? I like that. She immediately knows that Jobu is faking.
Right.
And she points and she says, oh, stop, right? And we cut to Jobu, whose noises slowly become more cartoony, more cutesy. But like she knows, as she sort of winds down, right? She knows the game is up, but she's like still performing, right?
Right.
And she falls into a pose on the couch as she says, "Ah, wow," with a face like, okay, what are you going to do about it, right?
Right. So let's go back to that shot, though. So expertly pointed out again, Lester, with all these tiny little changes, wonderful. Our camera's kind of moving in and out, and I said it becomes a shot of the mirror, and it turns out like it's several cuts, but we are pretending like it's all one shot. It has the feeling like it's all one shot.
Yeah.
So it is a shot of the two of them, but then we have some moments where it's just the mirror. The mirror is in the center, and like the women are secondary to it. They are just dirty, out of focus in the frame, etc. And it really is a shot of the mirror. So I think that we're meant to harken back a little bit. Of course, this all happens very quickly, but harken back to the beginning where everyone was happy in there. And I think that's another reason why I'm thinking of each of these little tableaus as like memories of maybe not what literally happened between them, but like the feeling of, oh, that time when we were clawing each other's eyes out, or we were like animals on the floor, or when we were, playing chess, or et cetera. Like maybe we literally didn't do that, but they sort of feel that way, right?
So almost like, because that's what we know of this mirror, right? What we have seen is that's where all the happiness is. That's where all the happy memories are.
Yeah, it's all the past.
Right. And it's almost like they're trying to get back in there, and they're like, okay, what did we do? How did we? And they're trying to like reenact it.
Yeah, maybe.
To get back, it's like, okay, I remember we were playing chess, or like we were on the floor like dogs. Like what? Like here, let me strangle you. Let me try.
Right. And we have seen this little desk here, right? This is where we find our first hidden raccoon. I thought there was another raccoon, but I think it's actually like a fox or something. Disappoints me. But we've never actually been in this room, right?
Right.
Like we had the camera that looks into the mirror. When we see it at first, it is looking, up at them, and then the door slams, and it basically reconfigures itself, and we're looking across the room into the dining room / office, right?
Right.
So this is the first time we've actually been here. So all of this stuff is like familiar but new in a way, right?
Yes, this is. I was really, really excited to see this room because it looks even more rich and full of stuff than our other first shot with Evelyn at the table.
Yeah, I just want to call out some things that we see in this shot because we're not going to really see them again. So I like the idea that, the rug is like concentric circles. I hadn't thought of that. We see an exercise bike that is clearly not being used anymore.
Right.
It's got an inner tube hanging on it. So who knows what that's about? So again, it's a circle, but who knows when, the Wong family or Evelyn was really into inner tubing for like a weekend. And that we use it as we often do on our exercise bike and just use the exercise bike for storage.
Right. Yeah.
So who knows how long that's been. There's the TV is a flat screen TV, which is great, but there are 2 VCRs attached to it. So it's like, again, we have flat screen TV. Like we discovered that like a tube TV isn't going to work for us anymore, but we must have like figured out a way to get the VCRs attached to it, or they're just sitting there and like, hey, we're
once we figure out how to attach these VCRs.
Yeah, like we got one of them, we're up to one. Next we'll have 2 of them. There's a really dangerous, I think it's a space heater, the kind that like used to burn houses down and still do. Yeah. Behind that is a guitar, like lying against the wall in a way that is like, again, very inaccessible. So it's like that has been there for a while, I'm assuming.
Yeah. This is, oh God, like just watching this today. Yeah, this is my old house. This is my parents' house. This is like, it's becoming my room in my apartment.
Right.
Like this is the Wongs are me, Keenan. I am the Wongs.
Yeah, me too. I'm really lucky that my boyfriend Mark, we live in different houses. We're permanent long distance, and so when he comes over as he is now, he'll be like, do you need this? like he really forced me, like, explain to me what this is for. And then, so there's a box that we're going to go through. That's been on my floor since I moved in 2 years ago, and we're going to do that before he leaves.
Well, there you go.
One thing that is, slightly sadder is that there is a cat carrier on the floor next to the exercise machine.
Oh.
And we do not have any sign that there are any living cats here. But now when we move on to the next shot with Joy on the couch, we're going to see a frame picture of a cat. So they have had cats in the past, at least one.
Oh, God.
Which is, cats passed away. They've been in the house for 20, 25 years probably.
Yeah.
But again, it speaks to like, we're making fun of Deirdre,
right?
Because she has cats. But, the Wongs have had a cat at some point.
And that makes so much sense. Like, I'm not going to throw this away. This reminds me of the cat. Oh, no. Oh, God.
You want to finish? You want to come up with a name for the Wong's cat?
Oh, geez. Oh, let's think of something. Well, okay. I think it depends who named the cat. I would say Joy, probably.
Joy, right.
Because yeah, and Waymond would defer. It was like, yeah, honey, let Joy name the cat. Yeah. Okay. Knowing Joy. And when did she get it? Was this before the big fight or after?
Right.
Oh, no. It has to be. There's only one answer, Keenan.
Right.
Bagel.
I like that a lot.
It would be Bagel.
My first instinct was that it was named Raja or something because she's a millennial,
oh,
right? She's
yeah.
After some Disney or some pop culture.
Raja or Bagheera or Shere Khan or something.
No, I like Bagel. Yes,
Bagel.
That's nice and sad. And then she as Jobu, she's named all of her evilness after Bagel.
Right. Oh, that makes no sense. Right. And it'd be a black cat, like black as the void. Right.
Well, we're going to see a picture of the cat in a little bit, and it's not quite black, but yeah, I like that. The cat's heart is black for sure.
Yes, as all cats are.
Hi, Bacon. Bacon has come and joined me, my cat, while we're talking about.
He sensed that we were talking about them.
Cats of the past.
Looking down at you, right?
That's right.
Right. They're not balls of gas burning billions of miles away, no matter what that that taper says.
Yeah, they're cats. So on the couch, there's a bunch of photos. Some of them look like real Stephanie Shu photos.
Yes, yeah.
There's some kind of statue of a bok choy or something.
Yes, like made out of spun glass or something. And
it can't really be a bok choy. It can't be a vegetable, right? But it looks like a vegetable.
No. It's definitely fake. It's like made of glass, but it's like this artsy kind of like looking like and it's been painted. And it has like a little googly eye on it.
It has a googly eye on it, yeah. But what is it? Why would they have a sculpture of cabbage or kale or bok choy?
I don't know. I mean, it kind of shows how little they think of it too, because it's not even it's on its side.
I would like to know what that is. But yeah, if you follow the this little credenza all the way to the left, and in its little nook, there is a picture of a kitten, and it is white and gray.
Okay, hang on. Mm-hmm. Do we see it in this minute?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's in the shots of Joy on the couch.
Okay.
Probably the best view of it. Let me get you the time code so you can see that. Probably the best view of it. It is at 1 hour, 30 and 34 seconds.
Mm-hmm. I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's someone's real cat.
As a little kitten.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's Bagel. That's Joy's Bagel.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Yeah. A lot of green on this side. There's some plants on a little shelf with a little blue plate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh God! Like we're gonna spend hours just looking at all this stuff.
Well, again, they spent hours putting it there, so
God,
with these very brief shots.
Where is all of this? That's a fascination of mine. Is like all of like every single little piece of bric-a-brac in these shots still exists and is somewhere right now.
Right.
That picture of the cat is somewhere. That bok choy sculpture is somewhere. Right. It's just like sitting there. Maybe it still has the googly eye on it. Maybe not.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, oh my gosh. Yeah, I gotta tear my eyes away from this.
Okay, great.
We need a Where's Waldo. We need a Where's Everything Everywhere.
Right. So Joy, sits down on the couch as if she's been punched.
Mm-hmm. Ow,
and then
wow.
she kind of transitions into like she's lying on the couch, right? But if we need any more evidence that this is a very Asian American film, we have it here because Joy, who is really Jobu, and they've transported within the past 2 minutes into 4 different universes, I think. When she gets to her parents' house, she is no longer wearing her boots. She is wearing her house slippers.
Oh, yeah.
Because at first I was like, oh, you're going to get your shoes on. Oh, no, she's not going to get her shoes on the couch. She's wearing her house slippers. So she's been very polite, and she has switched from the boots she was wearing downstairs in the laundromat with Becky to little pink slippers.
And I love that because it's like okay, in stories with only one universe, like she has taken the time to do that, like,
right.
Without us like having to, cut to it. Right. But here in the frantic, like millisecond frame jumping between universes, she has, it's like punch me in the face and then, blah, 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 like all of the stuff, like, and she falls onto the couch and she hasn't forgotten to switch slippers.
Right. So Daniel Kwan or Shirley Kurata, the costume designer, or the actors here have been like, no. like even though we're fighting, like we're sitting on this couch, you're going to see
the
our
universes
feet.
Are at stake, but
right, you're going to see our feet, and it's not going to feel right if we are wearing our shoes 3 feet in from the door. Like that is not correct. We need to not have our shoes on.
That is perfect. I love that. But yeah, so now she's reclining on the couch, right? Like with this, it's like, what are you going to do about it? Look, right? And just then, Waymond shows up. Waymond, what are you doing here? But he's come in, I think, from downstairs, from the laundromat, right?
Right.
And without turning around, Jobu's like, "Hi, Dad." Right
now. If you were just Joy and not Jobu, and the door opened at your parents' house, you would probably assume it's your dad, and you'd probably recognize his steps and everything like that. Right?
Yeah, his sounds and yeah.
Yeah. So, but when it's Jobu, it feels so sinister, right?
Yes. Without like I'm going to do this without turning around because I see everything. I am omnipotent.
Right.
But if it no. Let's paint a picture. Let's do this experiment. Instead of like reclining and looking up at Mom, she's like on her phone on the couch, and Dad comes in. And without looking up from her phone, she's like, "Hi, Dad." Right.
Right.
So yeah. So I like that because it is nothing special, but it seems like something special. How did she know?
How did she know it was Waymond?
That the only other person who lives here.
Right. And then everyone has a different sound when they open the door. Like your parents from each other. Anyways.
Evelyn would have like a whenever she gets through the door.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So Waymond shows up, and he's picking something up, like maybe like a little laundry bag or something, to bring back downstairs. And and he sees Evelyn, who she like quickly drops her pose, almost like she's in trouble, right? And he says in Mandarin, "Evelyn, what are you still doing here? Evelyn, what are you still doing here?" I already wasted that joke. Why didn't I just wait? And I love how Evelyn has to like quickly shift gears. She's grasping, like, because she's still in like, wait a minute, we were fighting before the fate of the universes, and now you're on the couch and like you're faking being hurt, and now my husband comes in and he's not part of the fighting universes thing, and I have to quickly lie to him, and so she's like we were just practicing karaoke for tonight, right? And I love it's so real. It's not like we it's like we were practicing. I love the rhythm of it, right?
Right.
And she says it the right way. Notice that, folks, right? Karaoke, right? I'm gonna push my glasses up. Yeah, she says it like karaoke.
She's an otaku.
Yes. Yes. And I love Jobu's addition here. She just says la la la.
Yes, not in the script again.
Aha,
so not
okay.
scripted. That is again the Daniels and Stephanie Shu working together and finding.
I figured that was Stephanie Shu. Yeah,
whether it's her or the director or whatever. But yeah, that's not scripted. But it's perfect, right?
It is, because it's like I'm going to help you, but I'm also not going to help you because this is weird. It's like I'm going to back your play. Yes, we were practicing karaoke, but I'm going to do it in the weirdest, like Harley Quinn way, and
almost to get you in trouble, right?
Right. It's like Dad might smell something is up, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And not singing an actual song or anything.
No, just la la la. Yeah.
And kind of like over the other actors' lines.
Yes.
like she's in character, so she's Jobu, she can do whatever, but like almost cutting off the actors with a unscripted line. It's kind of sometimes a dick thing to do. You know what I mean? But like, no, she's Jobu. Jobu would do that kind of thing.
Yes. I imagine, that's exactly how it was. I imagine like Kiwi Kwan and Michelle Yeoh didn't even expect that. And Stephanie Shu just popped that in. But yeah, Waymond says in Mandarin, "I thought you were going to drop off the paperwork." And yes, they begin talking over each other. She says, "Don't worry about that." And he says, "It's our last chance." And then she says in English, "I will take care of it." And Jobu chimes in. She's like, "She'll take care of it, Dad." And then this is where Waymond notices her. And as Evelyn is like shooing him, saying like, "Go, go," he asks like, "Honey, are you okay?" To which Jobu responds, "Yeah, I just fell on the couch."
Yeah, that exchange is not in the script, so they discovered that there. I guess, in the script it doesn't say anything about her falling on the couch either. So just like the punch. So yeah, they've discovered that new piece of blocking as well. And then that is such weird blocking that we have to write on the day like something for Waymond to do to question that. Yeah.
I don't know if we save this for next minute or now, but Keenan, if you're Waymond in this situation, what are you thinking? What's going through your head right now? Like your wife was supposed to go drop off paperwork, and now she's still here, and something was happening. Like your daughter was like, "Ow, ow, ow," and now she's like, "La, la, la," Like what did you walk into?
I don't think that I would suspect that she's punched her in the face, but some kind of weird argument, right? Because they have been arguing all day, and I don't think Waymond has talked to Evelyn about the fight that they had that morning, right?
Yeah.
But he's aware that there's some tension between the two of them, right?
But both of them are telling you now that it's fine. That's the weird thing.
Karaoke.
It's like we were singing karaoke. It's like, no, you weren't. I know that you weren't. But like both of them are like, yeah, that's what we were doing. Go, get out of here. Like,
well, I have a question that I don't think you're going to be able to answer.
Oh,
is this a universe where Evelyn has been served divorce papers by Waymond?
I always assumed, and I kind of want it to be. I know, like every universe, like even when we go into like the hot dog universe, it's like, oh, it's probably a different hot dog universe,
right?
But I want this to be our universe right here.
But is that but she gets served the papers. She sees the papers because she punches Deirdre in the face, right?
Right. So she's already been. So if this is our universe, she's already seen the papers.
Yeah. But again, that's that question that I have. Like that can't be right. Like if she punched Deirdre in the face, she does not have an extension on the taxes.
Right.
Why would Deirdre be like, okay. You punched me in the face. I got the Lee brothers up here, the security guards, etc. This Chinese woman punched me in the face, and then okay, but I'll see you at 7 or whatever.
I almost said I never thought of that, but we must have thought of that when it happened.
Yeah. Right. And you, well, when if I remember right, then you said, I don't want to think about that. Because that was my basic argument, like, that the ending can't be all of that stuff, because then they file and Deirdre's sitting across from her, at the table and being her old self, that doesn't make sense.
Okay, yeah. All right. So the last chance or the punching, those are two different, those are diverging paths.
Yeah, they have to be a divergence in punching her. Because then Deirdre shows up. Oh God, Deirdre shows up at the laundromat. I don't know. I don't believe that like. So if you're like, Deirdre shows up at the laundromat to arrest, with police to arrest Evelyn because she's punched her.
Is it because she's punched her, or because she's finally collecting on the, like, we put a lien on your laundromat? Like,
yeah, that's what I mean. I think it has to be that we're putting the lien on it, and not that you punched me. Because how did they get away from the security guards? The way they got away from the security guards is kicking their asses, and then that becomes the national news story. Where in Chicago they're on the news. So like, that's just not possible that they were able to go to their party and then, like, because even there, if like Evelyn is like, hey, you and I, we have bad husbands, and like, we're tough, we're tough bitches who rule the world.
We're not so different, you and I.
You're not so different, you and I. Yeah. Even if we have that, then like, they're on the news. They're on CNN. Like, they're not having a party.
Huh.
The FBI is involved because they think that there's a terrorism event.
Right. Okay, Keenan, I'm sure the Daniels have an answer. Or maybe they don't. Maybe they were just like, whatever.
Who cares? If you're thinking about that, get a life.
You
don't deserve that date with that woman. If you're thinking about that.
And that's where she punches me in the face.
Right. All right. On some lighter news to end this episode.
Okay.
I also like that when Waymond comes in to pick up this bag, as you pointed out, again, as an Asian American film, he tries very much to make as few steps inside the house with the shoes on. He there's a little tiny square where the rest of the floor is lava with the shoes, and he makes one step off the safe spot to go pick up this bag. But that's
grab the bag, yeah.
Yes, and he cannot move off of that little square.
Okay. Well, there we go. Yeah, all these little details. I love it. And I'm excited, folks, because I think. Well, let's see. Actually, before I say anything, let me just make sure. Okay, yeah, lucky. We are, yes, it is in the next minute. So that cut scene that I mentioned before, where Evelyn is the talking urn, that happens in our next minute. Right. At the 50 mark. It's like at the very end when they fall through the couch.
Great.
So we will talk about that before we get into the Bagel Temple. But yeah, I'm excited about that. What did we think of this minute? There's a lot of stuff that we discovered, and it's got like my favorite villain trope in there. Oh,
wonderful. I'm just so glad we got to see more of this room. I'm very, very happy to be in there.
I'm obsessed with this room, yeah. But yes, folks, this has been the 91st minute of Everything Everywhere All at Once. I've been Lester Ryan Clark. You can reach me in all the universes as Lester Ryan Clark.
And I've been Keenan Diaz. In your universe, I'm on Instagram and Letterboxd as Howdy Keenan.
Yeah, we got our Facebook listener group, Banana for Scale. That's a community for all of our shows, including this one. It's a private group, but just request to join and you'll be sucked into the banana. If you want more, consider joining us at truestory.fm/join and look for Banana for Scale. That's us. You get bonus episodes of all our shows, access to our Discord, and you get your episodes a week early and ad-free. Pretty cool. Just $5. If you're not sure about that yet, one thing you can do that's absolutely free but would really help us out would be to give us a 5-star rating on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you listen to our show. That and sharing the show by word of mouth or on social media is going to help our little podcast grow and find more cool people like you. Okay, let's see. There's so many things in this place, but I don't. Like, it almost seems sacrilegious to touch any of it because it's their stuff. Let's see these quick cuts. Let's see. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, Keenan, if you go back and look at that succession of quick cuts, where they're like pulling each other's hair or doing the Heimlich or like all that stuff, you might see me in one of those frames, and I'm on that couch. You can barely see me. I'm just I'm nibbling some of those cookies, and that's why there's bites out of them in some cuts of the movie. Yeah.
Oh, you've made them not circles anymore.
Yep.
Well, I am going to play the game of happiness and see how this goes. I'm going to open this all up and build little ladders everywhere. And I am going to memorize the cards. So next time I play with anybody, I will win for sure. That's
Perfect.
How you get happy, right?
Yes, that's you win the game of happiness.
You trick your friends and lie to them.
Perfect. I think we all learned the correct lesson in this. Eat other people's food and cheat at the game of happiness. All right, Keenan, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I'm just glad you're all here with us on the day of our daughter's wedding. On the day of our daughter's wedding.
There we go. Watch Godfather, folks. It's a good movie. Watch Everything Everywhere All at Once, though.
Yeah. Do that one first.
Yes. Then you'll just be watching Godfather, expecting them to verse jump, and it's like, when is he going to do anything? I guess Luca Brasi's doing something weird there because he's saying the same thing over and over again. Oh, there we go. Marlon Brando put an orange in his mouth.
That's right. I hear Luca Brasi's going to swim with the fishes. That sounds exciting.
Yeah. What's this offer he can't refuse? I mean, probably something to do with dicks. Okay, yeah. Oh, there's a cat. Look at that. Jumped into Marlon Brando's lap. Anyway, all right. And folks, with that, we are out. 1, 2, 3.